Okay, hello. First day of the week for me. Monday evening here in the tropics. It's Kim Willis again, your digital nomad resource, crazy ideas and tips and stuff like that. This one is, I think it's another good topic, how I make sales without pitching and hustling and annoying people. People hate that, particularly on social media platforms, don't they? They're low trust platforms, so let's go with the flow rather than try and push against the way the platform is architected. Is that a right word? Maybe that's not the right word, but you know what I mean. It's tactics and techniques that may work in the offline world and not necessarily going to work in the online world. It's just the way it is. Yeah, that's just the way it is. So we have to go with the flow. Go with the flow. That's right, and then everything will be all right. So I'm going to give you a few tips. Now, as I said, I'm a digital nomad. I've been living this lifestyle with my family, my two sons. Although we're in different countries at the moment, but we're all in Asia. Okay, so I'm in Cambodia. Damien is in Vietnam, and my youngest son is in Hong Kong. He's a professional tennis coach. So only my elder son has followed in his dad's footsteps in terms of making money online, marketing, and all that sort of stuff. But it's been quite an adventure. And as I was saying to somebody the other day, it's good to be able to, number one, have a bucket list, and number two, to be in a position where you can regularly tick off items on the bucket list, and certainly generating an income online means that you're no longer location dependent. So if you want to indulge yourself for a year or 6 months or 5 years or whatever, and just travel the world, you may well be able to do that. Yes. And we've got somebody who's joined us on the call. Who's this? Looks like, yes, Gina. Hi, Gina. How you doing, Gina? Yay! Hi, Gina. I notice with these evening calls, I don't get many people coming on live. If I do them at the evening my time, right? If I do them in the morning, I get more people for some reason. Go, okay, I guess North America. Most of the people who follow me are in North America, and maybe they're on their way to work. Oh. I work. They're on their way to work. Maybe they're already at work, so they haven't got time to plug into one of these lives. Whereas if I do one in the morning my time, that's evening North America, so they're at home on their computer or whatever. So, yes. By the way, yeah, Gina, can you hear me? Yeah, great. Can you hear me? I assume you can, otherwise you would be complaining. You'd be letting me know. So I did a bit of a sound check, so I think it's working okay. Yeah, I got a new border tonight. Oh yeah, look at that, It's kind of a orange. I'm colorblind, but it looks orange to me, and then it sort of fades a bit. Sort of a blended thing. So experimenting with different borders, and I've got the little topic in there. You see the topic typed in there? I typed it in. You can do that. This software that I'm not an affiliate for. I guess I should be an affiliate for it. And but it's pretty good. I think it takes the Facebook Live platform to another level. And also I can bring on guests if I want, and I can share my screen. And I certainly plan to do that, particularly when I've got perhaps a longer topic and there's more points to be covered. More like a kind of a mini webinar, perhaps, something like that, a half-hour training, something like that. Then I will use it to share my screen, and then I'll have a sequence and some notes that I can walk you through. But this little Facebook Live doesn't require that, because it's just a single small topic, or relatively small for now anyway. And it's really about attraction marketing. That's the bottom line, attraction marketing. If you can get people to lean forward and make an inquiry, well, that's going to be, for me, it's going to be a good thing. Because I do not like chasing people. And I don't know what industry you're in or what type of business you're building, but I'm getting an increasing number of people who are coaches, consultants, experts, people like that. And the last thing that they want to do is to create the perception that they are indeed a salesperson. That is not good. Not good for the brand, not good for your brand. It kind of diminishes you, okay? And you don't want that. You don't want that. And apart from anything else, most people who become coaches, etc., they're not really sales types anyway. If they were sales types, I guess they'd be doing sales, wouldn't they? So yeah. But even for affiliate marketers, I was an affiliate marketer for more than 10 years, and it was great. I'm not complaining about it. I don't do it anymore, but it was great. It got me out of the rat race in 55 days. It was higher ticket. I wasn't selling itty bitty little, $20 ebooks or something like that. It was higher ticket. And yeah, it got me out of, I created a full-time income in month 1 and got bigger in month 2, bigger in month 3. So I quit the rat race, to hell with it. And that's what I've been doing ever since. So, I got the runs on the board as an affiliate marketer, and I started using a lot of these attraction marketing techniques, pull marketing techniques, getting people to lean forward rather than me push all the time. Doing that, I just felt more comfortable if I could get people to lean forward. And so, obviously it starts with an audience, building an audience. So you can do that on Facebook. What a great platform to build an audience on. You can do it with a Facebook group. You can do it with your personal profile. You can do it with a Facebook page, or do it with all of them, all three. Okay, and one feeds the up. You can do that. But if you're marketing a service or a product, sooner or later you've got to generate a lead. You want someone to lean forward and say, hey, I'm interested in that. I want that. Okay, well, your content can do that for you. Your content. So you create a post, a helpful post, and then have a call to action at the end. And that call to action will ask the person to express an interest, to show an interest. I never include a link. I don't include a link, but particularly on my personal profile. No way. I'm not going to include a link. I'm just going to ask them to reply in the comments box. Then I follow them up on Messenger. So that's basically it. I know I cover this on and off every week in one form or another. And the strategy itself is very simple. Execution, not quite as simple, because for starters, you've got to learn about content and how to hone a message so that it's laser targeted for your target audience. It's got to be laser targeted. And that sounds simple, but it's actually, unless you've been creating a lot of content previously, but if you're new to the content marketing game, it is a little bit difficult to start with. Like all things, it's a skill. You acquire it. You have to acquire that skill. But what a valuable skill to have. Oh, goodness me, what an incredible skill to have. My content, I don't know how many millions of dollars of products and services I've generated with both online and offline over the years. I don't know. To total it all up, it'd take a while, but I'm going back even before my internet marketing days, because I was doing it back then as well, right? But it'd be many millions of dollars. And the content represented the underpinning, the foundation. It's the foundation. I was saying to someone who, Dave, he's just finishing off this challenge called the Turbo Tribes Challenge that I've been running for a couple of weeks, right? And it was pretty good. People really liked it. He's an affiliate marketer. I think he does network marketing, that type of thing. But he's talking about, getting more people signed up and all the rest of it for the program that he's promoting. And I just said it again. I can't help myself. I just said, look, Dave, everything you do must be underpinned by good content. Everything you do online. Offline, different. Offline is different. You don't always need content. You could, unless you call making a phone call content, I suppose, it's content in a way, but the way I understand it, I wouldn't call that content. Just making a phone call to somebody. But you can't make a phone call to somebody online. You've got to use content to build trust, to generate rapport, to get people to lean forward, to get some engagement happening, whether that engagement is just a simple view. Okay? Then from there, maybe a like, maybe a share, maybe a comment. And I can tell you something, that Facebook is moving towards, inexorably towards favouring comments over, I think, just about everything else. Okay? Comments. And longer comments, not short yes, no kind of comments, right? They're going to downgrade likes. Likes not so important because there's no investment in time or effort or brain space on the part of a person, whether it's a friend or a fan or whatever, or a member of your Facebook group. There's no effort to do that. There's no commitment, not underpinned by commitment. Whereas when somebody constructs a comment, a paragraph of text, a thoughtful comment, and particularly if that comment produces more comments, in other words, we get a thread going, a conversation thread, Facebook is going to sit up and take notice. The algorithm is going to do that. And it's going to boost that post for you. So if you're the person who is making the post, you're creating the content, number one, you've got to make the content good. It has to hit the spot with the reader in such a way that they'll make a comment, a thoughtful comment. Now, a lead-getting post, which is what this Facebook Live is about more than anything. Okay, maybe they're just going to say, yes, I want more information or something like that. But there are little tricks that you can use to get them to say more, okay? And the more they say, the more likely it is that Facebook is going to show your content, going to increase your reach. They're going to show your content to more of your friends, more of your fans, more of your group members or whatever. Or if you're working in someone else's group and you put up a post, okay, and it's a big group, all right, well, the algorithms are going to do their thing if your content hits the spot. That's it. So if it's a lead generation type post, okay, you'll have some kind of an offer at the end. Could be for some kind of a free thing, a giveaway, a free report or something like that, a cheat sheet. And then, yeah, then you've got some leads, but you've got people leaning forward now. You're not pitching them. You are not pitching them. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? You're not pitching them. They are approaching you. Hey, Doreen, how you doing? It's apricot orange, is that it? Well, I am colorblind. Yes, you may, yeah, I think you're right. Kind of looks apricot-y to me. Yeah, all right, rock and roll, baby. Okay, on this wonderful Monday night or Monday morning for some of you, whatever, or whoever. Well, I mean, most people are just going to watch the replay, so you just watch it at your own convenience anyway. So that's, we keep harping over this theme, but harping about this theme, but about attraction marketing, getting people to lean forward, getting people to have more trust and faith in you. We keep talking about it, but yet still, you know, sometimes I think with a lot of people, it goes in one ear, it comes out the other. They still don't get it. They still don't get it because you know, you look at their content, you follow them, you look at their content. A few days later, it's more or less the same old stuff, rubbish. Doesn't hit the spot. Doesn't hit the spot. But of course, you can't hit the spot if you don't know the hot buttons associated with your target audience. Number one, and you won't hit the spot if you don't know how to write in such a way that you hit a bullseye every time you do it. All right? So you'll see this with me as I refine my own marketing, I'm moving more and more towards working with coaches, experts, consultants, people like that. So I'm revamping my own content, right? So in years past, I've been more targeted towards affiliate marketers and people like that. But as I move away from that group towards a new group of people, the content must change. It can't be the same as before because it won't resonate. The content that will work for an affiliate marketer is probably not going to work for a consultant, an expert, someone who is building their own service-based business. It's probably not going to hit the spot, you see. And you will see it. You follow me, even my personal profile, you follow it over the next week or so, and you'll see a change in the type of content that's being produced because I have a new market now. So yeah, so that's basically it. All right. Okay. Who else? All right. Okay, all right, we'll finish off. Let me just see if I can give you a tip, a good takeaway. I think I've probably given one takeaway as it is, but if you want, and that takeaway is to do with creating content that will get people to lean forward. Okay, so you get yourself a lead. You go on to Messenger and you say, hi there, I saw that you made an inquiry, you requested my little free giveaway. I'm curious, what is it that, piqued your interest? I'm curious. I'm not just going to give them the giveaway. I'm not going to give them that lead magnet or cheat sheet or whatever it is. I'm going to ask them why they made an inquiry, why they requested the information, you see, because their answers may reveal more about them to you. And if they can carry on a conversation, that's another issue. Some people can't. That's a problem for them. How can they make money on Facebook if they can't engage with people? That's insane. It's not going to work. And it does not work, full stop. But assuming they can carry on a little bit of a conversation and reply with more than a single word, a monosyllabic response, they may reveal some things about them that will help you help them. We can't help people if they don't reveal something of themselves. But am I pitching? Am I hustling? Kind of, but not in the traditional way. I'm just asking questions. I'm taking an interest in people. And I guess that's another issue. Do you have a keen interest in people, in the way they behave, the way they think? Do you have an interest in people? If not, well, you're not going to probably do very well with attraction marketing. You have to be interested in people. That's the way to draw people to you. Take an interest in people, ask some nice questions or pointed questions sometimes, and before you know it, you'll have some great conversations happening and you'll probably be making some money. Yeah. My first it was actually my second online mentor. I joined this affiliate marketing program back in 2006. And that was a good program. Well, I thought it was. Now I look back on it and I say, what? I must have been out of my brain. But I was a newbie. I didn't know about online stuff. It was a digital course. It was a course, an expensive digital training program on financial management, stuff like that, right? And it was a higher ticket thing and the commission was $1,000, blah, blah. But the point is, I've forgotten my point now, getting people to lean forward. I started doing this stuff early on, and my second mentor, his name is John from Perth in Western Australia. He was with the same company. My first mentor didn't have a big commercial background, but she helped me get my Google AdWords started, etc. So she was great. But then I started asking questions and she couldn't help me anymore. So she said, I'm going to pass you over to John, talk to John. John is he's been in business all his life. He's also promoting this business, and he's made $50,000 in the last few months, or 60 or whatever it was, and he can help you. He'll take you to the next level. I said, yeah, I want to talk to John. Hook me up with John, right? So I started talking to John, and John was very, very helpful as well. But John had a higher level. See, it's talk about mentoring. Well, I got initial mentoring support from Tanya, my first, but then she was smart enough to realize that I needed more, because I was, in many ways, I was at a higher level than her. Not with this company, because I'd only just started, they hadn't made me money, but in other ways I was at a higher level. So she did the smart thing and introduced me to John, and I started talking to John, and he gave me a lot of great points and ideas and tips and things like that. And I had several conversations with him, but I'll never forget this one standout moment. And this is what he said. He said, Kim, you'll do great. You want to make six figures? You want to make 100,000, 150,000 in your first year? Here's what you do. You have 3 to 5 quality conversations a day. If you do that, you'll make the money. Simple as that. I took it on board, got off the phone, wrote down some goals, activity goals. Minimum of 3, but shooting for 5 quality conversations, because I was only part-time, so I didn't have a lot of time to be talking with people on the phone, etc. I just phoned the leads that I had, because I got leads from the ads. But I just kept to his word. I sort of said to myself, right, he says 3 to 5 and I'll reach my goal. Great, that's what I'm going to do. He also said, look, don't worry so much about making sales. Just focus on the quality conversations and just let it flow from there. Just focus on that. It'll take all the pressure off. That sounded like fantastic advice to me. So I took it. I'm a great student. If I respect the coach, the mentor, and they tell me to do this, I'll say, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. No doubt about it. I will do it. So that's what I did. And that was early in the first month. And then two weeks later, the first bucket of commission dropped into my account was $9,200 in the dying days of the first month. So I can trace a lot of these results that I've had back to pivotal moments, pivotal discussions, pivotal learnings that I had, discoveries, aha moments, call it what you like. It came from other people. It always comes from other people, doesn't it? See? So that's basically it. That's basically it. You don't need to spam people, pitch and hustle and cajole and make an idiot of yourself, ruin any brand potential that you have. You don't need to do any of that, nor should you. Nor should you. You don't need to go into groups and spam the groups. You don't need to go into even good quality groups and pretend that you're giving value when in reality we know exactly what you're doing. I see it in my own groups. Self-serving. I'm about to bring in a rule in one of my groups, Try Build a Community group, that unless you post unique content in my group, I don't want your content. My group has its own ambience and flavor, therefore you should tailor your content for my group rather than just copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. That's insane when you really think about it. It's insane. And anybody listening to this tonight or watching this today, whatever, and I'm thinking of Doreen, that may be something to think about. Maybe something to think about, you know. I've come to the point where I do not want to see someone's content that goes into my group in a bunch of other groups that they're posting in as well. That means that they're not thinking about my group. They're thinking about them. And what we found is that with attraction marketing, we have to be more aware, much more aware of other people and what they need, and give them what they need, knowing full well that value will flow back in one form or another at some point in the future. So that's it. That's my live. That's it, folks. First one for the week. I did one on Saturday morning, and it was a fiasco. I was in a tuk-tuk. I was going shopping, and it was a fiasco. Not because of the content. I thought it was good, but I'm reliant on the Wi-Fi connection in a tuk-tuk, and also external sounds, noises, and things like that with the tuk-tuk. He was going over a lot of rough ground, and it just played havoc with the microphone, and half of it you couldn't hear. It was a fiasco. So it's not a controlled environment, but I do like doing those, like on location lives, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. Whereas here, I'm at home. It's a controlled environment. So I'll do a Facebook Live on how to do Facebook Lives and how to avoid the pitfalls associated with Facebook Lives, including technical pitfalls. All right, so I'll do that in the future. Okay, all right. Okay, well, I'm off now. Got to do my walk. Have a good night or morning, evening, afternoon, whatever. And I'll see you on the next one. The next one, actually, I'm going to do a reprise of the Saturday one. The Saturday one was called, the title was How I Made My First $50,000 Online. And because the quality was so bad, I'm going to do a newer version in a controlled environment so people can hear it properly. Okay, all right, see you later. Oh, by the way, if you're not in my group, this is for the people who watch the replay. You can join this group, Try Builder Community, and we talk about try building, audience building, lead generation. Sometimes we talk about conversions, et cetera, et cetera. It's a learning group. It's a community. It's not a spammy type of group. And if you want to join that group, you can. There's be a link on my business page here, or you can just say yes or something like that in the comments. All right. Okay. See ya. Bye bye.